Okay, so for trigonometric functions, listen how to, you can simultaneously draw the circle also. One circle you draw with radius 1 unit and mark all these points. So which all these points will be, any point on the x-axis will be what? How much distance? X distance is how much from the origin? 1. So on the x-axis, y coordinate will be what? 0. So this point is 1 comma 0. So this point will be what now? 0 comma 1. This one is going to be what? Minus 1 comma 0. This one will be 0 comma minus. Okay. Now first one is always cos and the second one is always sine. So here also cos, this also will be sine. Cos and sine. Like that. Cos and sine you have to consider. You know this is 0 degree. Then this is how much? 90. This is 180. 270. 90 you have to keep on adding. This is back to how much? 360 degree, one full circle. So like that. Now in terms of pi, you'll write in terms of radians. 0 means 0 radians only. 90 means how much? Pi by 2. This will be how much? Pi. This is 3 pi by 2. This is like 4 pi by 2. 4 pi by 2 means 2 pi. Then this will become 5 pi by 2. 6 pi by 2 means 3 pi. So all the odd pi's like this, 5 pi, 7 pi will be on this line. And all the even pi's like 2 pi full circle. And again one more time, 4 pi, 6 pi will come like this on this line. Okay. And this will be alternate. 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2. Then 7 pi by 2, 9 pi by 2 like that. Okay. This will be alternate. Huh? Odd alternate you have to keep on. So how it is basically 1 pi by 2. This is how much? 2 pi by 2, which we cancel and write it as pi. This is 3 pi by 2. This is how much? 4 pi by 2, which will become 2. Then 5 pi by 2, 6 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2. Like that, it keeps on going like that. So we don't go to write all this. But remember, these are all odd pi's will come here, even pi's will come this side. Most of the time, this will be used. Now let us see what is, we'll add on to this. Sine of 180 will check. Now look at the circle and tell me which line is 180 on this line, correct? So tell me what is sine of 180? 0. Okay. So cos of 180? Minus 1. Then we'll check for 270. 270 line is here. Cos of 270? And sine of 270? Minus. Then again, cos of 360 or 2 pi will be how much? 1. Will be same as 0. And sine of 360 will be like that. Okay, understood now? So you can refer the circle. Just worst case, if you forget these numbers, you can. So in exam, no need to write all that. Just draw a plain quick circle like this. Just put the points 1 comma 0, 0 comma 1, minus 1 comma 0, 0 comma minus 1, cos sine, cos sine, cos sine, cos sine. This quick it is to be. Then you know that angles 90, 60 where to check, and then you can write the values. Like that you can do short. Just in case if you don't want to by heart the table. Okay, so this is how we check the values which are more than 90 degree. Then 10, you know, 10 obviously you will get what? Sine upon cos if you wanted to know about 10. Okay, once you get sine and cos, you could find 10 or sec, cosec, whichever other angles. Now comes the main quadrant part, or before that, I'll just give you identities also we can do later. So first, how to check some trigonometric functions in the quadrants. This is very important. This you write on your notebook also. In different quadrants. Both I'm writing. Degree is also radians. So now you get used to writing in radians also. 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. This is in terms of radians, this is in terms of degree. Both you have to know. Okay, directly. Rather than every time converting, multiplying it with 180 upon pi, that is not possible. So this you know is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. Okay. Now, which all trigonometric functions we know? 6 trigonometric: sine, cos, tan, sec, cosec. Okay. All the 6 trigonometric functions are positive or negative based on certain quadrants. So here, all are positive. So something you have to remember as all silver tea cups. Just to remember, all, this is S, T, and this will be C. C. Or you can just remember various ways are there. All students take coffee, like that also you can say. Whichever way, order. All students take coffee. So all silver tea cups. Okay, all silver, third, and fourth. So here all functions are positive. Means what? Sine, tan, sec, all sine, tan, all are positive. All 6 are positive over positive. Here who will be positive? S is for sine. Okay. Who is reciprocal of sine? Cosec. Here sine and cosec will be positive. T is for tan. Who is reciprocal of tan? Cot. Here cot. Here only tan and cot are positive. Rest all will be negative then. Huh? So negative ones we don't write. We write only the positive terms. So sine and cosec is positive in the second quadrant. Third quadrant, tan and cot is positive. Fourth C will be for cos. And reciprocal of cos is tan. So these are positive. So this you have to know. Whether it is in 11th, 12th, you cannot forget this. All silver tea cups. Or all students take coffee. So now so we'll go to the other part later. Before that, we'll solve one exercise. So that will be better. So this is about quadrant. Identities we will write next. So first one, this I think you all had learned, no? Sin square theta plus cos square theta is what? 1. This also you had learned. 1 plus tan square theta. Yes. X square theta. And 1 plus cot square theta is. So write these identities also. Or tan square theta, you can remember it as x square theta minus 1. However, you all had learned in 10th standard. Same way you can remember. These are your identities. So now based on this, in this, we will solve one exercise which is there on page number 23. Sometimes they might use identities. I'll teach you all both the methods because different colleges then they use different ways. Means there are 2 ways you can solve the same problems. So both I will teach, whichever you all find it easy, you all can use. One is the triangle method, both are easy enough. So we'll start with the first problem. Given, find the value of other 5 trigonometric functions. So first one, sine x or theta also they might give you, whichever way. Page number 23. In second quadrant. Find remaining 5. Find the remaining 5 trigonometric functions. So this is a question. Not necessary for exam, all 5 will be asked. Okay, so you can just sometimes only 2 of them. So we'll learn anyways how to find all of them. So first I'll use the identity method and tell you, and then I'll show you the triangle method also. In second quadrant, so in second quadrant, we'll write this and give all silver teacups. In second quadrant, anyway, sign is what? Positive. So that is why they have given positive. If they had mentioned third, then they would have given negative. So sign is given. Now we need the next one. We have to find is cos. So you can use this identity. So sine square x. Instead of theta, I'll use x now. Plus cos square x is equals to 1. Okay. So what is sin x given to us? Substitute 3 by 5 square is equals to cos square x. Now square this. Start solving. As you solve, you'll understand. Write the first identity. Both the ways we'll solve and keep. After that, you use your method. So this identity everybody knows. So I'm using that identity. So instead of sin x, I'm putting 3 by 5. Since there is square, it will be whole square. So now you know this square belongs to 3 also. This square belongs to 9 also. So 9 upon 25. Now which value I want to find? Cos. So take this whole term on the other side. So it will become minus 9 upon 25. Plus 9 by 25, I'm taking other side. Now cross multiply. (25) minus 9 upon 25. Now cos x will be 16 upon 25. This you will get, correct? Now cos will be what? Root of 16 upon 25. Because square, if you take it on the other side, it will become root. Now you know, usually we write what? Plus or minus. So this is 4. This will be 5. So cos x value we got. Plus or minus. Now we want to check whether to take positive or negative for cos. In which quadrant it is mentioned? The question. So right, in second quadrant. Who is positive? Only sine and cosec is positive. So cos will be what? Negative. What happened? Somebody came? Again there. So in second quadrant, cos is negative. So you have to take minus 4. So we got two functions, one sine and cos. Now start finding the remaining ones. So you can find 10. Sine answer upon cos answer. Then you can find cot. You can make it ulta also, cos x, or directly you can make reciprocal also. So first sine, cos and 10 I'm finding. So 3 upon 5 upon minus 4 upon 5. 5 alternate numbers, you know that you can cancel or make it ulta also and do whatever. Now whether I write this minus in the denominator or I write the minus in the numerator or simply at the side, all mean the same thing. We can write here also, common also, or you can keep it down also, or you can keep it to the numerator also. Sign negative anywhere you place, doesn't matter. So this is the answer, minus 3 by 4 will be answer for 10. Cot, you can directly make it ulta and write. Or you could make cos upon sine also, whichever way you solve. Both the ways will get the same answer. What is ulta? 1 upon, so it will become minus 4 by 3. Reciprocal of this. Now sec or cosec is there. Directly 5 by 3. And sec so minus 5. So this is how we find in this all the remaining trigonometric functions using identity. So this is one method. Everybody understood this identity? Okay. Now there is something called as triangle method also. I think you all will be using triangle method. How you all are using triangle? Okay, so we are using the triangle method. Whatever. The triangle method. So directly, if you all are used to triangle method, then we can use that only. In college, then textbook uses this method. So some teachers, those who follow textbook, they follow directly like. But your choice. Anyways, either ways, whichever you find comfortable, you can find. So triangle method will do. So that is why we are doing both. That's it. So after this, anyways, I have taught you this first one. So after that, anyways, we'll use triangle only if you are comfortable with triangle. So draw one right angle triangle. Now x you have to put. Sine x means how much? 3 by 5. So 3 by sine x is same as what? Opposite upon hypotenuse. So put the opposite side as 3 and put the hypotenuse as 5. And now we have to find the missing side. So if you already know which triangle it is, always 3, 4 and 5. No, if you don't know also, you can find out. Now this is always the hypotenuse and these are the smaller sides. Who is the bigger side in a right angle triangle? Hypotenuse. So don't go to write AB square is equals to BC square. There are no extra marks for that. So what you do is we are finding the smaller side. So smaller side means always there will be root for sure in Pythagoras. Big. Who is the bigger side? This one. So bigger side square minus the smaller side. So calculate and write your answer. And then complete the remaining ones. So write all other trigonometric functions using opposite upon hypotenuse, adjacent, those way. So both the methods you do and keep. Still, if you find difficult, you can go for it. A, B, C, that long method. But it is going to take a lot of time in exams. So whenever we are finding a smaller side, it is always minus, remember. So minus, we cannot do small number minus big number under root sign. So hypotenuse minus this. So 25 minus 9. So it is 4. So this is your triangle. Sine already we know. So next we'll start with cos x. Cos x is what? Adjacent upon hypotenuse. Who is the adjacent side? 4. And use minus sign since it is second quadrant. Don't forget to put the signs. Huh? And 10x opposite upon, again this is also minus. Cot will be. Or reciprocal of this also, either way. If those are finished, can start trying the second problem. Now hypotenuse upon adjacent. This also will be minus. So only this one is positive, and who is that? Sine and cosec. Cosec should be positive in the second quadrant. So only this and this is positive, rest all will be negative. Everybody understood triangle method? Okay. So second one, if you want, we'll use triangle method only and then solve. Second one, 10x is minus 5 upon 12 in the fourth quadrant. While taking numbers for triangle, you know that lengths cannot be negative. So take normal numbers only. Then you can put the signs later on. So while take that minus is only to tell that it is in the fourth quadrant. So take 5 by 12 only as a number and start solving. Complete the triangle. Because length of the triangles cannot be negative. This is all about fourth quadrant. And you know, in fourth quadrant, all silver teacups, cos and seg is positive, rest all will be negative. So start with this. Opposite. While putting, put only positive values. Now we are finding the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is a what? Bigger side. So bigger side means always plus sign. Whenever we are finding hypotenuse, it will always be plus. If we are finding the other two sides which are not hypotenuse, then the sign will be minus. Clear? And now addition. Whether you write 5 first or 12 first doesn't matter. Just put it there. Now add and write. Got answer? So. Right? Second one. So I think this one you wrote by mistake. This one you wrote. Second one. Done, and do the next ones. You can keep trying the text. So this will be this is 13. Everybody understood how to find a missing side? Anyone not knowing or some difficulty? Now write all the then. Remaining 5. So opposite upon or O upon H, however you all write. Huh? A upon so you know that cos is positive, sec is positive, remaining all will be minus. Only put cos and sec positive and write, rest all will be minus. And then just substitute opposite upon hypotenuse, adjacent upon hypotenuse. Done? Understood now? Now do the question number 2. Cos x is minus half. Now, instead of mentioning to you the quadrant, something in terms of radians. Now, x lies between this x theta means angle lies between pi and 3 pi by 2. Pi means how much? 180. 3 pi by 2 means 270. If not, you can convert at the side and check. So, which quadrant lies between 180 and 270? We have talked of, so this means it is in the third quadrant. So they have indirectly given to you. So now find out the values of which all we need only now cosec and cot. Find cosec x plus cot x. So only two values we have to find. We don't have to find all 5 of them now. So find only cosec and find only cot. So in third quadrant, cos x is given as minus 1 by 2. Cosec means of what? Adjacent upon hypotenuse. Draw the right angle triangle, always right angle triangle only. Now, adjacent is 1, hypotenuse is 2. Just compare. Don't put minus sign, I told you. Minus you have to just add. While solving, just use positive. Now, are we finding the hypotenuse now? No. Only if you are finding hypotenuse, I told you it is going to be plus sign. So what you do is put a root, put a minus sign. So you know it is not hypotenuse. So first put the sign. Now, either this square, so bigger number you have to write first always, whenever there is minus. So bigger number square and a smaller number. And now calculate the answer. Leave it as root 3 only. And now which value you need? Only cosec x. Find out the values. Put the signs first before you forget whether it is positive or negative. In which quadrant to check now? Third quadrant. So in third quadrant, all silver tea cups. So 10 and cot is positive. So cosec will be negative, cot will be positive. And now add both the answers. Because it is asked in the question. If you see denominator is same, what we do when the denominator is same, we make it common. And minus 2 plus 1 is what? Minus. This is the answer. Now same way try the next one, third one. So check which quadrant is that. 3 pi by 2 means how much? 270. And 2 pi means 360. So between 270 and 360. So it is the fourth quadrant they are talking about. So sometimes they will directly give you the quadrant or something like this. Even if you all are taught identities in college, some of them, but if you are comfortable with triangle method, for exam, you can solve using that also, write the answer. No one is going to cut your marks as long as the answers are correct. So in all silver tea cups, C is for cost, reciprocal of cos is sec. Now sec x, if nothing is there, what you have to take? Upon 1. Consider it as upon 1 and then solve. So this is your hypotenuse, this is the edges. So anytime like this is there, if only one term is there, denominator is not there, take it as 1. Now complete the triangle. Draw a right angle triangle, put anywhere theta, depends on you. Or x you have to put. Hypotenuse. Yeah. Okay. So this will be your adjacent. This will be your hypotenuse. This will be opposite. Whoever is right angle triangle. You have drawn right way also, no problem. Just put a right angle here. No? Okay. So this is your theta. Or x, sorry. Yeah. So this is your hypotenuse. This is your adjacent. Root 2. That will be 1. And that is what you have to find now. Complete. So this is what? Is this a hypotenuse? No. So which sign will come? Minus sign. Who is the bigger side? Hypotenuse is always the bigger side among all the three sides. So root 2 square. Already this is root 2. So root 2 square is 2. So this is also 1. Now which all values we need? 10x, cosec x and cot x. As per the problem, we need all these values. So find out all these three and then put it there. 10 will be adjacent, sorry, opposite upon adjacent. Key is it. Something, okay, sorry. Then put the signs, and don't forget to put the signs. Even if one positive, negative goes here and there, entire problem will go wrong. So fourth quadrant, who is positive? No one, none of them are there, no? All are negative. Because only cos and sec is positive. So these all will be negative. So opposite upon adjacent. So this is -1. Hypotenuse upon opposite. So minus root 2. Now write that and substitute. One plus 10x plus cosec x already minus is there. So minus of minus will become plus. Minus into minus will be plus. Minus 1 will be answer. Okay. So the main ones. So we'll do it in the next class. So now we'll answer the test. So we have understood these quadrants. So the next part also will become easier. So never forget all silver teacups.